It didn't work.
It didn't work. Welcome back to DUOPlay.
Yep. That's a fucking pause. There's one whole second on our waveform of pause there, because we forgot how short that one was. Now we're fighting a guy, and I fuck it up again. Because I have 2.5 hearts.
Yeah, you can have that for like most of this. And I'm just like telling you, like, dude, just go and get hearts. And you're like, no. My camera's not locked.
The camera in this game sucks.
It does, but it's only because we didn't have a standard on how cameras work.
No.
This was like starting with it.
Yeah, this was like one of the first.
I have to agree with Aaron Hansen on this. This game was very good for its time, but at the end of the day, it didn't do anything really new other than the new medium, and it aged somewhat poorly with how 3D games ended up being.
Yeah, based on the games I've played, because I started playing 3D games on the Wii, and then I really got into games with like Borderlands.
So you'd probably be better if you just had a Wiimote to point at the screen.
No, God, no. The Wiimote sucked in and of itself. No, the Wiimote in and of itself also sucked. Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess was difficult because of the Wii remote.
Yes.
It would not have been difficult with like a Pro controller.
I think they came out with, because you could play it on the Wii U also, and playing it on the Wii U was markedly, like, I think Twilight Princess had no business being on that controller in the first place. No, because they didn't even take advantage of it like they did in Skyward Sword.
Well, and in Skyward Sword, that was the whole downfall of that game, was the shitty motion controls of the Wii remote. Like the bad directional control of it. Because with Twilight Princess, it was basically just your sword swings and like one other thing that actually required you to point.
Well, sword swings was just
swinging
that, but you could also just hit a button for it.
Yeah, in Skyward Sword, that was the downfall of the game, because it required you to move the controller, and the Wii controls or the Wii sensors didn't pick it up as well as they could have.
It didn't. It used the gyro in the controller.
Yeah, but it wasn't the sensors, but it just...
No, Skyward Sword failed because it didn't even really fail. A lot of people, like, there was just, the Skyward Sword was super gimmicky.
Oh, really? In what way? Because I haven't...
Bomb bowling!
Bomb bowling.
Bomb bowling was a dog shit mechanic to put in. Everything was based on, like, oh, look, your sword can go up and down, or can go left to right.
Yeah.
Every enemy's gonna, require you to figure that out. And, like, don't get me wrong, I thought Skyward Sword was super cool personally. I'm just kind of agreeing with you for the sake of continuing the conversation. But it had a lot in that game.
Yeah. That's
from what I've heard. I have it on the Switch.
Oh boy. Well, the Switch might be easier.
No, fuck no, we're not playing it on the Wii. I'm not gonna buy a Wii.
No, God no.
Yeah, they did a HD remaster of it.
Well, we're playing every Legend of Zelda game.
Yeah, I don't know if
most of them.
I don't know if we want to do that in series or not.
Well, I know at least for the next. Once we beat this, Majora's Mask, because I'm already familiar with the controls.
It'd be a good thing to do these in sequence. Majora's Mask, you're going to love or hate.
And then Wind Waker, just because that is one of the best Zelda games ever. I've played a little bit of it.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, I've played a little bit of it. And
Tears of the Kingdom, I think, is my favorite now.
Yeah,
it's so good. And we can do those, but like, I don't think that they don't carry in the same way, right?
Yeah,
they're very fun games to play. They can be very fun games to watch.
Yeah.
But it's not like this, right? There's no nostalgia to it, right?
Yeah.
We're not pulling out any memories. We're experiencing a new concept.
Yeah.
Which I'm super down to do. It's its own format.
Yeah.
It's got the open world. It still has dungeons. We can totally play that, especially once we've caught up with all the games.
Yeah.
Because right now, I think we have access to every Zelda.
I think so.
So we've got The Legend of Zelda on the NES through this.
Yep.
We've got Zelda 2, Link's Adventure.
Yep.
Which I have never played. You've never played.
I've never played any of the NES or SNES games ever.
I've played the NES Zelda. That one is enjoyable. Oh yeah, this is when I told you. Oh, you have to kill them in sequence.
Yep.
Very close time. And you're just like, oh, let me tip tap around, and then oh fuck, all right, I'll get them.
Yeah.
Are you doing the spin on purpose?
Yes.
Okay, so you do know, so you can do it.
Yes, I just haven't been because you have to hold it and it leaves you open.
You don't. You can spin the stick.
Oh?
Yeah, if you spin the stick, it'll do it.
Oh?
While striking.
Oh?
Yeah. She tells you that when you first get it.
Except that was ages ago. That was like three fucking recording sessions ago.
When we do the next session, we'll have to try to remember to practice that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we got Legend of Zelda. Legend of Zelda 2 Link's the fairy bow.
The fairy bow. Meow.
Fairy boy.
Yeah.
Glad that audio didn't get cut.
It may have.
Oh wait, no, it is. That's in the after we recover. That's after the recovery.
Yeah, it is. Fairy boy.
But yeah, so we've got Legend of Zelda 2 Link's Adventure, Link's Awakening,
Spirit Tracks?
Cap. No, we don't have Spirit Tracks. We don't need to play Spirit Tracks.
What about the other Game Boy games?
I'd have to look again. I think Four Swords might be somewhere, but I think that might have been also a GameCube game.
I think it was a GameCube game.
Yeah, because Minish Cap introduced Vadi, and then I think Four Swords reseals Vadi. Because Vadi predates Ganon.
Who the fuck is Vadi?
Don't worry about it.
Alright.
He's another villain of the... So, right, Twilight, or Skyward Sword introduces Demise, who dies at the end, of course, because you're Link.
Yep.
And starts the whole, like, reincarnation cycle where Link, Zelda, and Demise all continue to reincarnate.
Yeah.
Before Ganon was a thing in the timeline, right?
Yeah.
Vadi was a thing in Minish Cap.
Okay.
And he's the guy who's in there, and which Minish Cap came out well after Four Swords. And Four Swords, you have to reseal Vadi.
Ah.
So Four Swords happens after Minish Cap, and then after Four Swords is this game. And that's where the timeline splits.
Okay, so this game is what splits the timeline from the original.
Yes, because there's 3 outcomes for this game.
For this one specifically?
Yes. You win, you lose, and you win and you go back in time. And you go back in time and prevent Ganon from doing anything in the first place.
Oh.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, we have, and I forgot. Oh, here's me trying to figure out how to fight this fucking mini-boss.
Yeah, I think one of the funniest things is, like, The Legend of Zelda and the NES is canonically one of the final games in the series.
Yeah.
It's at a point where Ganon's been summoned and steeled and summoned and killed and then resurrected so many times that he's not even sentient anymore. He's just a beast.
He's just an angry
monster, like a demonic beast with no real like soul left in him.
Yeah.
Which is a great way to explain away why he was silent and just kind of there.
Yeah.
As a big pig boy.
Pig boy. Well, yeah, because they kind of delve into that in Twilight Princess, where he has 2 phases, which is Ganon and then Beast Ganon, where he's kind of like a pig dog beast.
Yeah.
Which comes... I don't remember when Twilight Princess starts, where it is canonically in the series.
Twilight Princess is after this game, but you stay an adult. You win, but stay an adult.
Okay, so that's the you win and don't change time.
No, you win and you just continue living.
And that goes into Twilight Princess.
Yeah. The knight in Twilight Princess who teaches you all your moves
is this Link. Yeah. I knew that. I remember, like, I didn't know that offhand, but once you said it, I remembered that. Yeah, I knew I've learned that before.
Losing so entirely takes us to...
does it actually complete the game if you just lose to Ganon?
No.
Okay, it's just one of the possible,
it's
quote-unquote,
the reason why this is the accepted canon is because Nintendo came out with a book called the Hyrule Compendium several years ago, where they published the timeline.
Oh.
And this was how they justified all the games fitting together.
Okay.
So right, you win, it goes down to the Twilight Princess route, and Twilight Princess...
And then Majora's Mask was, if you win, and then go back in time,
a child.
That starts Majora's Mask.
Yes.
And then if you lose, it starts... The other one.
See, I know we've like looked at it, and I know you looked it up. I'm still convinced it's the you win but go back in time one, because you go back in time and now you're no longer there to protect anyone. So
yeah.
But then like, I don't know. But the timeline has it so like, oh well, if you lose entirely, well the sages then go and steal Ganon.
Yeah.
And when he comes back, no one's there to stop him, and then Hyrule gets flooded, and then that timeline happens.
That's what sparks Wind Waker.
By the way, none of us, we have not Googled this at all. We are entirely doing this off the top of our heads. I'm about to Google the fucking timeline so I can make sure we're right. I don't want to be spitting dumb shit. I don't need someone in the comments that's being like, oh, you guys don't know shit about Zelda.
I don't know shit about Zelda. The only things I know about Zelda are what you've told me and what I've seen on YouTube already.
Alright, here's the timeline.
Alright, here we go.
Skyward Sword.
Yep.
Minish Cap.
Okay, so Skyward Sword is the first game. I thought I remember hearing
Skyward Sword is the first of everything
in the chronology.
Yeah, it's where Hyrule gets founded.
Yeah.
Minish Cap, 4 swords, and then Ocarina of Time happens.
Yep.
If the hero is defeated, you get A Link to the Past. The 7 sages seal away Ganon, the King of Evil.
Yep.
And then the Imprisoning War happens.
Yep.
A Link to the Past then happens where Ganon gets revived and then exterminated, and you return the Triforce to the castle. Then you get Link's Awakening, which is kind of a side story after that.
Yeah.
It's unrelated to Hyrule and has to do with a windfish.
A windfish?
And the Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages, where the Triforce gets split.
Oh.
Then you get A Link Between Worlds, where Lorule invades Hyrule. Then Triforce Heroes happens, and it's kind of its own thing.
Yeah.
Then you hit The Legend of Zelda, which is where Ganon returns again, but is defeated. And they find the hidden Triforce of Wisdom. And then the Adventures of Link happens, where Princess Zelda returns, and the Triforce of Courage is found.
Interesting.
So, if the hero is triumphant, and you return back to your childhood, you go back to Majora's Mask.
Yep.
Link lives out the rest of his life.
Yep.
As a Knight of Hyrule. And then Twilight Princess happens.
Okay, so if you go back in time, that's how you get Twilight Princess.
Yes. You've got all those memories and all this other stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then Four Swords Adventures happens. And then, in the adult timeline, you win, seal Ganon away.
Yep.
Ganondorf comes back. Link is no longer there.
No.
Hasn't been reincarnated yet. Hyrule gets sealed and flooded. Wind Waker happens, Phantom Hourglass happens, and Spirit Tracks happens.
Interesting.
No one really has a good answer on when Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom happen, and I'm not going to say anything about Tears of the Kingdom, so don't worry about any spoilers on that one.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff in both of those games that conflict, because Breath of the Wild, I'm not gonna...
Wall mastered.
It happened!
Yeah, I got wall mastered.
I'm so mad I missed that.
I got wall mastered.
I think I was texting at this point.
Yeah.
We're getting close to where everything breaks down. Yeah, someone fucking had to talk to me, and I had to suddenly split my focus.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, so Breath of the Wild, I'm not as worried about spoilers, because like, fuck dude, it's been out for years. You should have played it by now if you were going to.
Yeah.
Like the fact that the Rito and the Zora exist at the same time, right?
Yeah.
In Wind Waker, it's very clear, based off like the sages, that the Rito are
descendant,
the evolutionary path of the Zora.
Yeah. But I mean, but also like
Zora are water people. Why?
No, I understand, but also, Neanderthals existed at the same time as Homo erectus.
Yes, but this is after. The running theory now is Breath of the Wild is ages after everything that's currently.
The water's drained. Everything's gone back.
There isn't a decision on where which timeline it's on.
Which one it starts with.
There's this weird. Someone has the idea of a convergence, and I can't say a whole lot without like spoiling other stuff. But like the biggest example I have is like the fact that the Rito and the Zora live in the same area, like in the same time frame.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Unless Nintendo's just going to come out with some weird...
I don't know how they're going to justify it. They would have to find a way to reunify the timeline, which would be a really cool game.
I mean, unless multiple timelines come back and that causes a convergence of the multiverse, in which place multiple evolutionary paths...
And then we get Legend of Zelda into the Zeldaverse.
Into the Zeldaverse! Into the Zordoverse. Oh yeah, here's where I waste an arrow to get a bundle of arrows from a chest that goes dunk dunk dunk. Oh look, cool, you spent one arrow. Here's a bunch of them.
That was a cool several minutes of just non-stop talking about the game we're playing.
Yeah.
Technically. Game adjacent talk.
Yeah, about the lore, the history of the game.
I'm not excited to edit all of this footage.
No, it's gonna be a nightmare. But that's fine. Watching me play any game is a nightmare anyway, so...
No, it's not even that part. It's gonna be finding the breaks.
Oh, they're fast. One of them's real fast. One of them's not. Two of them. How much have you even had? Half? Not even? Not quite.
Also 3
The bottle gets real fat.
Also 3 beers.
Fair enough. Wine also hits hard because of the sugar content.
Oh yeah, it does.
Bonk. Look at that fucker. Fuck this skull.
Get him.
Piece of shit. I am losing focus. Alright.
You say words now. I said words for a long time.
You did say words for a long time, but you're also confident about what's going on with Zelda. So here's where we made it straight to fit current standard. Everything has to be straight.
Just always remember, straight is right.
Yeah, straight is right. Hola.
I don't know.
Oh
yeah, you got the boss key. I wasn't paying attention at this part, so
yeah.
I remember looking up and seeing this and just being like, okay, cool, texting.
Yeah, I got the boss key, and then
I sure am glad we lost all that audio because it made it way easier to cover up that. I didn't even have to out myself for not paying attention.
Yeah, you were quiet for a while on this one. Then I jumped in the hole, figured some shit out, tried to figure out how to get out. Oh, you gotta kill the guys. Accidentally fucking... He just wound up in front of me.
He was gonna hit you.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes the universe doesn't say fuck you.
Once in a while. Usually when it doesn't involve a car that jumps timing at 80,000 miles. Fucking Christ, I'm still mad about that. You know what the biggest problem is?
The fact that you own a car that jumped timing at 80,000 miles?
No, is that for the cost of the tow trucks to get it between shops, because it doesn't, the car is not close to us right now.
We could have fixed it.
We could have fixed it. We could have had that car. We could have.
Oh, had
torn it down.
Had it shipped here?
No, if the car had jumped timing close to home.
Oh, yeah.
Close to here, where we live.
On our side of the country, yeah.
Yeah. Could have gone and picked up a fucking U-Haul dolly, towed the car ourselves, torn it down, figured out what was wrong with it, and had it put back together. I love watching
you try to figure out how to fucking locomotion this game.
Yeah. And we could have had that fucking car put back together for the cost of what it cost just to have it towed around where it was between shops.
Yeah. Diagnosed and entirely fixed.
Yep. Because I already have a compression kit. The only thing we would have needed was a leak down test.
No, we wouldn't. We would have realized it failed on the compression check and then pulled it apart.
Yeah. And then realized that the valve stems aren't supposed to be crooked.
And then we would have taken the head to the machine shop, gotten the valves redone for like $600, and then you would have had a working car.
Yep.
And somehow probably fucked up something in there because
it would have been
all the other electrical components. God, I fucking hate working on new cars.
Oh yeah, it's a nightmare. But they make fucking technical documents for it.
They do. You can get shop manuals for every car for free online.
Yeah, you just Google your car model shop document.pdf.
No. You Google the car model and your tech manual. Shop document is way too fucking vague.
I mean, yeah, but...
He's like sharking you, and then you're like, yeah, let me hit you. And I was like, no, you gotta do that.
You
and you're like, oh, fuck, yeah, I know, I was dumb.
You gotta get him.
And then you blew me.
Yeah, this is where I paused.
Where we paused real quick, and then you sucked my dick.
Yeah, that was a good one. Oh, the hot dog is still fucking there. Gross.
Hot dogs linger, dude.
I know, and I just got a whiff of my own hot dog burp. It like bounced off my pop filter and then fucking hit me in the nose. Oh god.
I think we're almost there because I know you left. I know it cut out while you were under the well. It was on the
last.
You were under the well.
Yeah.
We were on the last pole when it cut out, so we're about to get to where we lose footage.
Yeah. But holy fuck.
Oh man, this was a session, huh?
Yeah. Cause right now I have. I think we paused here. I think
it's 11:05.
I think this is where we pause, but the next episode only goes for a few minutes. Do we just want to do one long final one and let it run?
Yeah, let's let the viewers watch fucking 10 minutes of fucking pause screen.
It's fine. This is where I went and beat my meat. Anyways, next time on DUOPlay, we finish this shit.
Yeah, thanks for putting up with us talking this whole time. Bye!